So I've been a full-time content creator for the past 3 years, working on hundreds of videos. And even before then, I worked at a camera store for just about a year. So what I'm gonna break down for you today are the 3 essentials you need to start making videos right away. I'm gonna cover some age-old questions that I got asked many times at the camera store that I just wanna make sure people are aware of, to the fundamentals of editing your video and building your thumbnails. So we're gonna break this down into 3 core concepts. The first one is going to be your visuals, okay? I'm gonna break down some gear there. Your second one is gonna be your audio. And frankly, if it was really up to me and you're first starting off, I'd probably say this one is more important than that one, but we'll get to that. And thirdly, your last one is going to be your software. So this is what you need to edit your videos and build your thumbnails. Those are gonna be the 3 things we're gonna break down in this video. I think Sarge is ready, even though he's probably gonna sleep next to me. I'm gonna drink as much tea as I can because I'm a little sick. Let's get to it. Okay. Well, let's get this out of the way, and we're gonna start with our visuals, which this is probably the primary question I was always asked when I worked at a camera store of, should I buy a camera or should I buy a phone? And when I say buy a phone, I mean use your phone. A little sick. We're still working through things to getting this video out. So this would be like the primary question I would get asked. They'd come in and go, hey, I'd like to buy a camera. And I'd go, hey, what are you going to use it for? Whether it's for travel or content creation, they would let me know. And I'd go, hey, what kind of phone do you have? If you have any of the newer iPhones, newer Androids, even one that's like a couple of years ago old, 4 or 5 even, they're great. I would highly recommend them. And so really what I'd break this down when comparing this, when I'm helping them make that decision, I break this down into 3 different spots, okay? We would have cost, we'd have portability, and I'd have learning curve. These would be the 3 I'd break them down, right? 1, your phone is probably free. I mean, you already have it in way of it being free, right? You probably don't have to go buy a phone to do this. Cameras cost a lot of money. I'm probably saying $2,000 to $3,000 to start, okay? So I would usually push them like, hey, maybe you should start with your phone and work towards a camera. Second, portability. Man, your phone fits in your pocket, right? Nice and easy. Your camera typically doesn't, right? I have a huge case behind me that you can kind of see. Yeah, it's lifting up there. That's where all my camera goes into. So it's not super portable. So if you want to use this for vlogging and stuff, holding the camera is a little awkward. It's a little different. So keep that in mind when you're choosing that. And lastly is the learning curve. Now, I would say cameras have a very steep learning curve, okay? Very steep learning curve. There's a lot to learn, a lot to know. When it comes to phones, typically, it's open the app, hit the button, which is kind of working on mine, tap the video, and boom, we're in, as you can see from here, right? Sarge, say hi. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up, right? This is how easy it is to take out your phone and film things, right? It's not that hard. So learning curve-wise, phone is easier. Now, if you are just starting out, this would be probably my biggest recommendation. Try using your phone for about 90 days. 90 days, okay? Try making that content with your phone for 90 days. If you feel like you really have enjoyed the process after this 90 days, then great. Then I recommend you start to save up towards a camera. And I'll make another video about what you need to look for when you're buying your first camera. But try this for at least 90 days without investing into random gear that you don't really need, right? You can go on Amazon and buy a cheap tripod for your phone for like less than $30. Plop that on your desk, get some window light, and start to record. So when it comes to visuals, these are what I would keep in mind when you're starting to make that decision. But off the bat, if you're a new creator, use your phone. It's just so much easier, okay? Awesome. Let's get to the next one, which is going to be audio. Now, as I said kind of in the beginning of this video, I think audio is probably more important than your visuals to start out with. Especially if you're using your phone, your visuals are going to be fine. Quick break before I start to cough. I think your visuals are going to be fine. So when it comes to audio, there are 3 kind of beginner methods that I'd recommend, right? The first one is ambient. Right? This one is just room. All right, you're gonna set up your phone in front of you. Your phone's gonna record both the audio and the visuals, and you're gonna let it do its thing, and you're gonna use that in your video. This is a totally okay method, right? For a little while. Now it kind of depends on the room. If you can pick a room with maybe more furniture in it, that tends to deaden the sound a little bit. And the closer, oh, this one's running out. Closer to you, the better, okay? The closer it can be to you, the better typically for the audio. Our second one is going to be a second phone. This is actually one of my favorite tricks and hacks when it comes to recording videos, because typically, maybe you have a friend, a partner, spouse, whatever, they have a phone that you can borrow for audio. Now, even if that means holding the phone like this and talking into it, these actually sound pretty darn good. And again, for zero cost, right? Just borrowing someone else's phone, recording the voice memo, and then connecting that and pairing that in post. This is honestly such a great and easy option to get you off the ground. I know it might not look as good, but for being free, it's essential. It's so good. Okay, and lastly, the last one we can kind of talk about is kind of those clip-on mics or lapels. Okay, so clip-on mics are kind of what you're seeing a lot of influencers use right now. It kind of clips to their top of their shirt, and there's those little packs there. You can buy so many different versions of these off Amazon, but again, these are gonna probably run you a couple $100 or more. I can spell today, or more, okay? So if you have the money there, great, because it's easier, it just clips on, you move things. I'm currently using a shotgun mic, but I've acquired all this gear over 5 years, and I do this full time, so it's a bit of a difference there. But a clip-on mic or lapels is a great option if you want to be handheld free. You don't have to hold your phone as much. They can cost a couple hundred up to many hundred. I think currently the ones I like the most are some of the DJI options. But again, I will look out there. I can make a video on that. But that would be audio. This one I would take so seriously when you start to create, because it is so much harder to watch a video when you don't sound good, right? We've all listened to them. We turn them off. We go to the next video. And especially in a world of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, your audio needs to sound good. So I'd recommend the second phone, or work your way up to clip-on mics. Again, going back to the visuals, maybe doing this for 90 days, right? I think that's kind of the number that I'm running with for this video. Run it for 90 days, see if you actually enjoy the process, and start to save up some money for those other things, okay? All right, lastly, the one that I think is great and gets your videos actually off the ground, this is our software, okay? Now, if you are starting out, there are so many different kinds of software to use. We're gonna talk specifically about editing first, okay? So if I were starting out for the first time and I wanted to edit videos, there is literally only one program I'd recommend, and that is DaVinci Resolve. This program is, I kid you not, where's my red marker? Thank you. It is free. That's a terrible arrow. It is literally free. There's a free version of DaVinci Resolve. Now, I have the studio version, which costs like $350 to $400, I believe. And you own that for life. There's no subscriptions, you just own it. Now, the only reason why I have studio is because my camera is higher quality enough where I need that. But if you're gonna shoot on your phone or a basic camera, DaVinci Resolve is just the #1 resource I can push you towards. I know there's like CapCut and stuff like that for socials, but DaVinci Resolve is by far the best software I can recommend you, and it is free. So there's like no excuse to not go download that, okay? Second, we're gonna talk about thumbnails. This marker is dying. Let's switch to the purple, shall we? Let's go to thumbnails, okay? What would I use to edit thumbnails? Because frankly, for starting out on YouTube especially, thumbnails are critically important. There are 2 programs owned by the same company. So there is Affinity, and one that's probably more well-known is Canva. Now, Canva actually owns Affinity, and they're both free, and they both have paid versions. But again, these are fantastic to start with because, again, if we're starting as a creator, I'm trying to keep everything free for you so you can just make videos, not stress your finances, because it's a big thing nowadays. Okay, those would be the two main things that I would try using to build your thumbnails. Now, I use Adobe products because I've been using them forever, and through my job, I get them. But if I didn't have that, I'd be working on these 100% of the time. Okay, so for software, these would be the things. Now, to get the ideas, like, man, Josh, I need ideas for thumbnails. I need ideas for videos, whatever that's gonna be. So if I was to look at ideas, and it falls under their software bracket, I would say that you really should look at Pinterest and YouTube. These would be the two primary softwares I'd look at for inspiration, for ideas, right? For inspiration. I scavenge Pinterest and YouTube all the time for more thumbnails ideas, for more video ideas. So those three things, from visuals to audio to the software that you need, that's all you need to get off the ground and start actually making videos. And again, I would try this for 90 days. I'd give it your best, and you're making about 1 video a week. And if you're trying to do socials, like you're trying to do Instagram and TikTok, I would actually upgrade that to 2 to 3 times a week. Try it. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to respond to them. I'll be making more videos on this kind of subject of helping creators make videos. That's about all I have for today. Sarge, thank you for crushing it. He is passed out asleep next to me right now, being all cute. And that's it. We'll see you in the next video.